Dolphins United, the platform for Dolphins. You heard me, boy. We back. We in the house. We hurt. You know what I'm saying? We're a little bit hurt. But at the end of the day, it is what it was. We got spanked. And although we did lose, once again, no more victories, right? But as fans, we knew we wasn't going undefeated. So, is it the suck you want to lose? Yeah. But there's always some positives that you could take out of stuff. Now, some of y'all understand the channel, some of y'all don't. So for the ones that's new, it says Dolphins United, right? That's the name of the channel. Didn't pick that name for no reason. That name didn't come up for no reason. I'm here always, first and foremost, my agenda is one, to proclaim Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior and to make sure y'all know that y'all are loved. I love y'all. I care about y'all. And I want to see all of y'all succeed. That's one. The next thing is to unite the Dolphin base. Okay? That is my agenda. I want to unite the Dolphin base. I'm always going to be here to unite the base. That's Dolphins United. Like, united, we stand. Divided, we fall. I believe in that wholeheartedly. We have to be a united bunch. With that being said, of course, I'm going to try to pull some positives out of an ugly loss so that I can talk some of y'all off the ledge. Off the fire Vic Fangio ledge. Off the Tua sucks again ledge. Off the McDaniel is in over his head ledge. And off of the offensive line is the worst. I'm probably not. Honestly, I might push you off the ledge on that one. I'll be honest. I'm going to try to help push you back to safety as I try to creep on this plank myself back to safety because I'm right there with y'all ready to jump on that one. Like, I'm ready to jump just for that. Like, and I'm not talking about like on some negative stuff jumping like, no. I'm not, no, I don't want to make it sound like we talking about the S word here, right? We ain't none of that. All right, I don't want to say nothing because I don't want to get copyright. I'm not copyright. I don't want to get infringed on and they stop me from getting my money. All right, so I ain't talking about the S word here. I'm just talking about, let's say, a pool, right? I'm trying to talk y'all off the 15-foot high jump, all right, because you ain't equipped for all that. All right, some of y'all ain't dove a day in your life, me included. So that's what I'm talking about. All right, we're going to keep it light on here for the kids. All right, anyway, I'm going to talk to some of y'all off the plank, right? Come on back. Come on back because it ain't all bad. All right, first and foremost, what is our record? Like, let's be honest here now, right? Because this whole sky is falling after every loss. It get kind of old, Dolphin fans. It really do. What's our doggone record? What's our record? Is we not 4-1? Sorry, 3-1. Hopefully 4-1. I'm already counting it. See, yeah, y'all done messed me up. I'm already counting the Giants after seeing them on Monday night. Oh, they was boy. If we don't win that game, boy, we sorry for real. But anyway, I'm already counting it. Oh, I ain't even supposed to be doing that. Y'all know I'm leaving it in. But anyway, 3-1. All right, we 3-1. We ain't got no losing record. We not sitting there like the Bengals. We ain't sitting there like the Bengals, are we? Doggone 1-3. We not sitting there like them. Trying to figure out their situation with they injured quarterback. We Chase over here like I'm hoping. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know why I'm hoping. I don't know why I ain't getting the ball. Like, we don't have those issues. We don't have those issues. We're 3-1. We took care of business early. In the first 4, we took care of business. That's taking care of business. Now, did we lose an ugly game after putting up 70 points? They got us. They got us. It happens. All right? We're not a bad team yet. We're not. We still a good team. We still a top 5 power ranked team, in my opinion. I don't know where the NFL dropped us off to. You know what I'm saying? Because they had us in number 1 for a week. They felt good while it lasted. But yeah, we still right where we want to be. All right, so that's number 1. Let's start there because people think that we 1-3 now. No, we are 3-1. It ain't 4-0, but it ain't 1-3. All right. So some of y'all, come on back. Come on back. Now, some of y'all are like, well, I know what we are, but I seen this movie before. Yeah. Me too. All right. We all seen this movie before. We all done lost to the Bills before. We lost to the Bills last year. Did we make the playoffs? All right. It ain't the end of the world. All right. We lost to them every doggone year. Okay. So we lost to them last year. We made the playoffs. Same thing applies. We haven't played them at home yet. Now, we played them at home and we lose and we needed that game. Then, okay, let's start talking about how trash we were. And that's going to be the last game of the season. Now, in the comments, I was talking about week 17. It's week 18. I'm not going back to correct none of those things in the comments. So, if you see me say week 17, I meant week 18. Forgot for a second. I knew I'm thinking 17 games, not 18 weeks because of the bye week, okay? So, game 17, week 18. We see them. That game, if we need that game to get into the playoffs and we lose, now we sorry, okay? But other than that, right now, when it comes to playing the Bills, they whooped us at their house. That's what they were supposed to do. It sucks, it hurts, but that's what they were supposed to do. We 3-1 with them. They lost to, okay, to the Jets of all teams, all right? So, and I'm rolling my neck like that. I know some of y'all Jets fans, if you watching, you ain't gonna like that. Like that extra sauce I done put on that. But y'all sorry. All right, but anyway, we ain't sorry yet. Vic Fangio, let's get to him. Some of y'all calling for Vic Fangio head is beyond me. Okay? Vic Fangio is the same coordinator that everybody wanted. Ooh, we got the best coordinator in the league. We paid him the most money, blah, 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 blah. Just because you haven't seen exactly what we were hoping to see, which we don't really even know what we was hoping to see, really, because we don't know what it's supposed to look like. Let's be honest, right? He said he was going to try some new stuff out this year that he was hoping would work. Maybe that's the stuff he's been trying out and ain't been working. I don't know. But it's Vic Fangio. It's not Josh Poyer. Okay? This is a guy that has a resume, a really good one, of creating defenses. Now, here's what some of y'all are forgetting. And it's something I mentioned when he was first hired. It's something that Doug mentioned when he was first, when Fangio was first hired. Something that TD's mentioned before. When it comes to Vic Fangio, the first year in his defense is not the year you're looking at. It's the second year in his defense. That's the one where you have the top 10 defenses. It's a very complex scheme, okay? It's not easy to learn how to play zone and to the way he wants it done, for everybody to communicate and play on a string the way Buffalo was doing it, okay? The way Buffalo was doing it on Sunday, that's what we aspire to get to, but it takes time. You don't get there in 2 days, in 3 weeks, or whatever. It doesn't happen, okay? We are going to be a lot better by season's end, and next year, you'll see the defense take a leap. Now, are we missing players? Of course we are. So let's talk about the players that we're missing on this key defense. We're missing a safety. Brandon Jones, he's coming off an injury. I ain't give him no blank stare because he's coming off an injury. That was his first big-time minutes of the season. I got him, all right? I got him on that, okay? I feel him. But we need a better safety, okay? Because, I mean, I know Deshaun Elliott wasn't playing too bad now. But we still need another dynamic safety. Because if one goes down, this defense can fall apart very fast if you don't have two good safeties playing back there. Javon is one good one. We need another good one. We need three good ones at all times just in case one goes down, and you're hoping that two don't go down. Because if that happens, then you're just depleted, right? So we have to get another safety. Doggone it. Chubb at this point, I don't know. Now, it's early in the season, but Chubb has not lived up to any bit of his contract. He needed to be given money back. Now, I don't know if they reworked, restructured, revised his contract any in the offseason. I cannot remember off the top of my head. But if they didn't, this next upcoming year, he need to be given some money back. We need some of that back. Because, boy, you ain't been giving us nothing, all right, outside that first game. We haven't gotten anything from that man outside that first game or second game. Might be second game. We need more than that, okay? Second game against the Patriots. We need more than that. We need a sack a game at the minimum on average. So that means if you get 3 in 1 week, it's okay the next 2 weeks if you don't get none, but we need 3 the next week. Or if you get 2 that week, then it's okay the next week if you don't get one, but we need some sacks to do. On average, got to have at least a sack a game. I need 16 sacks, 17 sacks from that man. I'll take 0.8 sacks a game. But either way, at the end of the year, 15, 14 sacks minimum. 15 sacks, something like that. All right? I need sacks from that man, Pass. All right? I need this man to sack the quarterback, bro. You got to. You're getting paid a lot of money to do so. Then we got some injuries as well on defense. This defense would never be what it's supposed to be without everybody on defense playing their part and being available. Without Phillips on the other side. You can key in on Chubb a little more. You can chip Chubb. You can do what you need to do to Chubb because you got nobody on the other side. That's going to hurt us in a defense like this. The biggest hurt is Jalen Ramsey being out. You're expecting Jalen Ramsey to be on the other side. That's not Kohu that's over there. All right? If that's Jalen Ramsey that's over there, guess who they throwing at? X. Because Stephon is going to be on X now. He ain't going to stay over there with Ramsey. Okay? He's not going to do it. So if we had Ramsey, that's a whole different story as well. Okay? He over there with X, and now you picking your poison because X might take one. He might take one. He ain't going to get burnt all day. You ain't going to be trying X all day. All right? He might take one. All right? And at the least, he going to get at least maybe 1 or 2. Let's be honest. 1 or 2 pass defenses and probably 1 or 2 pass interference calls too. Let's be honest. All right? Or holding or something because that man, boy, he hold with the best of them. But you got to have certain things, and for this defense to work the way you need it to work, you got to have certain things in place. One of them is a corner. One of them is a safety. One of them is not a pass rush. Pass rush, yeah, you need good pass rush, but you don't necessarily need the best of guys there, but you doggone need a really good linebacker, though. All right, because if you can stop the run, then pass rush will eventually get there as long as the quarterback's holding on to the football. All right? If the quarterback's holding on to the football long enough, somebody's going to get there. You got Chubb and you got Phillips. I believe if the quarterback has to pat the ball, somebody's eventually going to get there. In the middle, Sealer has a little bit better pass rush ability than Wilkins at this point. He's another one. Okay, he can get there at some point. All right, so we got some capable guys on the line. They're not consistent and not always available, but let's chill out. Let's relax. Let's give Vic Fangio a season and see if there's any progression because we knew it wasn't supposed to be right out the gate hot fire grease with him. No, that wasn't going to be the case. Not with the injury for Jalen Ramsey. Let's give it some time. Let's see what happens. And then at that point, if you want to call for the man head after next year, you can call for the man head. But dog, we can't. You're not going to. Nobody in their right mind would think to get Vic Fangio up out of there when he's one of the best defensive coordinators in the league. Now, it also didn't help that Josh Allen has feasted against that defense, specifically in Vic Fangio every time he's played against it. So that didn't help either. All right, he knew exactly what we were going to do. He played extremely well against it. And, more power to him. Hopefully next time we throw some looks at him he ain't ready for, right? He got us. That's fine. 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a touchdown running. He did his job. That's okay. We move on. Doesn't necessarily mean you got to fire Vic Fangio. Right now, I know it's not the whole Dolphin base that's saying this stuff, but I'm addressing to the few that watch the channel because they're the ones that commented under the video. I'm addressing them. We don't need to fire that man just yet. Relax, okay? Y'all family. I'm trying to talk y'all off the ledge. Relax. It's okay, all right? Now let's talk about McDaniel. McDaniel is an excellent football coach. He ain't just great no more. He excellent, okay? He got out-coached on Sunday. It ain't the end of the world. He ain't in over his head. He just went toe-to-toe with Belichick and beat him. He's not in over his head. He's just fine. All right, it's one game. Did he get out-coached? Did he not get those guys to play up to their potential? Did he not put up a good game plan? All of those are true. But he's human as well. Is he not human? Yes, he's human. So he's going to make mistakes at times. We don't like the mistakes he's made. We don't like to see him say, I got away from the run. All right, it's not the first time he said that. We know he said that last year, but he's human. All right, now, do we want him to be better? Yes. Does he know he need to be better as well? Yes. Do you believe he'll be better? I don't know about you, but I do. I believe that he's going to be better. It's Mike McDaniel. All right, when has he not shown us that he can scheme up some stuff, all right, for Tua and the offense? And when has he not shown us that he will learn from his mistakes and turn weaknesses into strengths? Okay? That's the type of guy he is. I believe he'll figure out the press man stuff. I believe he'll figure out a way to get the offense to play with a little bit more urgency, being on time, and a little bit more pride as well on the offensive line to give to a little bit more time when the first read ain't there, because that's part of the issue. Okay, you are not going to get to your second and third read if they're open if you after your first read are scrambling for your life. That's not the way it works. And I saw that way too much when I looked at the film that some people were breaking down. When Tua was coming off that first read going to the second, he already had to move off his spot. If you know anything about moving off the spot, that's what we needed to do with Tom Brady. The same way you beat Tua is the same way you had to beat Tom Brady. Make Tom Brady come off his first read, and when he comes off his first read, make him move off his spot. Because if he moves off his spot, he's not going to be as accurate, and he may not even be able to get the ball off if he's moving off his spot because he's not the most agile and fast guy. That's the same way you have to beat Tua. You make him come off his first read, and when you make him come off his first read, make sure that you get him off his spot. Okay? The same way we used to beat Tom Brady is the same way that they're trying to beat Tua. Okay? Because they know Tua is not even on that level of Tom Brady where sometimes it's just knowing, okay, that first read's not going to be there. Now I've turned somebody else into the first read very fast. Tua's not there yet because he hasn't been in the league long enough to be able to trigger that fast like Tom Brady, where he's like, oh, it's not there immediately, and he gets it off to the next guy where he beats the defense on that. All right, because the defense took away the first one, and he got to the second one. Let's hope that Tua can get there, but he's still young. He's still learning. We believe he will. Well, I believe he will. Don't know about y'all. I'm not going to speak for y'all. I believe he will, and then we'll be better for this. All right? The silver lining, right? Don't worry, I'm talking about the offensive line. It's coming. The silver lining in this game is that the way they beat us is the way that other teams are going to try and beat us. And the way that other teams play us, if they play us the same way, will help us figure things out faster. We'll be able to now take all that information and create a game plan against it so that we can try it out and so that we can succeed, so that the next time we play Buffalo, they're going to have something else to bring to the table, because we'll have answers for that. One of the answers that we have to have when it comes to man coverage is we have to incorporate double moves and rub routes. If you want to play us short, that's fine. We're incorporating double moves. But what do you need for that? An offensive line to block. So if the offensive line can get to a level where they're blocking, we have to incorporate double moves with pump fakes. If we do that, we're going to have touchdowns. I guarantee it. All right, you play us man coverage, and we're able to double move you. And it's Mike McDaniel. Some people only do double moves on streaks. I'm pretty sure Mike McDaniel can figure out a way to do double moves in different ways. All right, where it doesn't necessarily mean you're going straight at a safety in cover two. Right? We don't want that. We don't want it to be where you got the corner and the safety and you're trying to do a double move. No. We don't want that. We want to do double moves in a way where it gets the guy open in man coverage. That's 1. 2, rub routes. Got to incorporate natural rub routes into the offense so that we can get guys open that way as well. Okay? There was a route that we ran where we threw the ball to Barrios for a first down, where it was a rub situation where Tyreek was the inside guy and he came all the way over for a wheel route. His guy kind of got held up a little bit in the traffic, and Tyreek would have been open if you threw that ball out front. Those are the type of plays we need to incorporate for real, except we got to make sure it's natural. We can't be illegal picking, right? We can't do that. Make sure it's natural. Practice it, rep it, get it, and then Tua, make sure you get that ball out front, and we got some more touchdowns. Man us if you want. Man us. We're gonna make sure we double move you, and if you don't fall for the double move, we'll put in it. Hey, if they're not falling for it, just stop, and then I'm gonna throw it to you back shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So we got to incorporate certain things like that. We have to incorporate rub routes, and then we'll see guys back up a little bit, or say, you know what, we can't play man, we're gonna have to play zone, and then we can eat again. Okay, at that point we can eat again, but we got to make teams fear playing man against us because we're beating them by a high clip. It's not that we didn't have other teams play man against us some, but when you play man and press against us, it's had the most success out of anything. So other teams are going to try and do what the Buffalo Bills tried to do, not tried to do, did, and we have to learn from it. All right, so that's the silver lining in that. We get a chance now to go against that defense a little more, although they may not be able to execute it as well as Buffalo. Go against it a little more and have more answers until we see Buffalo week 18. Now, let's get into the offensive line, right? I'm going to talk to y'all off the ledge about the team, Fangio, Mike McDaniel. I'm going to try my best with the offensive line. All right, here's the thing about the offensive line. We got injuries, and untimely injuries against the wrong team. Teron Armstead and Connor Williams not being there cost us the game. Now, Teron was there for a while. He got hurt, rolled up on a knee issue, and he's going to be out for a few weeks. Hopefully he can come back by the Eagles game, because Lord of mercy, we don't need to see what we just saw with Tua again, because it'd be worse. Lamb is okay. I'm not too much worried about him. But Connor being out doesn't allow Tua to step up into the offense. Into the pocket. That's a problem, okay? Eichenberg cannot start anymore. So when y'all are looking at the line and you're ready to jump into that water because of Eichenberg, I'm right there with y'all. But as long as Eichenberg ain't the guy, we should be fine. We played the first 2 games without Teron Armstead. 2 games. But the first 2 games without Teron Armstead. We should be fine. 3rd one, he was there. Beast of a game. 4th one, he was there for half. It was good for the first 2 drives, and then after that, even he couldn't help us get over the hump. So We'll be fine with Kendall Lamb, although he's not Armstead, let's be honest, because the run game with Armstead is on a whole different level because he's very athletic and can get out into space and get those blocks consistently. But in the middle, we can't have Wynn, Eichenberg, and Hunt. We can't have it. It's not going to work because Tua has to have a place to step up in the pocket to let the pressure go around him. He can't let pressure go around him. And by the way, Austin Jackson been doing his job. Austin Jackson has really been doing his job because he wasn't the one getting beat like that. Austin Jackson was not the one getting beat like that. If y'all think about it, I'm thinking about it right now. Austin Jackson was the one that was actually holding up. It was the middle. It was Wynn and it was Eichenberg letting pressure through. Now, I'm not saying that Austin Jackson had a perfect game, but he wasn't the issue. The issue was right there in the middle. Tua had pressure coming in his face consistently. You can't step up into the pocket. We want Tua stepping up into the pocket, not going left to right. All right, he ain't got the arm to go left or right and get it down the field. All right, he can throw 15 or 20, but he ain't going to be able to, on the run, throw it down the field the way you want. You want him climbing in the pocket, and he can throw it down the field. We saw it with Holland a few years ago against the Jets. We saw it with Tyreek in the first game. If you get Tua to climb the pocket, he can get that ball 50 yards down the field. That's what we want from him. So when it comes to the offensive line, as long as it ain't Eichenberg, we should be okay. I'm not saying that we're not going to have games where we give up 4 sacks. I'm not saying that. But we shouldn't be consistently giving up pressure as long as those guys keep playing the way they was playing and Eichenberg get the heck up out of there and insert Connor Williams back. If Connor Williams is hurt for a long time, the offensive line is going to give me bubble guts every doggone Sunday, and I'm sure it's going to give y'all bubble guts as well. I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Y'all already know what it is. Fins up till we like. Till we die. I was about to say like, comment, subscribe on the channel. Please let people know about what we're doing over here as a family unit, DU fam. We are here to stay. We ain't going nowhere. And the Dolphins are here to stay. They ain't going nowhere. Hope y'all have a great night. I'm out.